Hi, Luke Bell here again with the Kansas Association of REALTORS to provide you with another legislative update on our activities to protect the realtor party during the 2012 legislative session. We have three priority issues this year that we're working on in order to protect the housing market in these very challenging economic times. Number one, we want to protect the Kansas mortgage interest deduction. As you well probably have heard, Kansas Governor Brownback has unveiled a comprehensive income tax reform proposal, part of which would eliminate the ability of Kansas state income taxpayers to claim federal itemized deductions. The biggest itemized deduction is of course the mortgage interest deduction. Now currently around 417,000 Kansans claim these deductions on an annual basis, which provides them with roughly $450 million in annual tax relief, or about $1,083 per the average Kansas family. Now the governor's plan will provide some income tax relief to certain Kansas income taxpayers. Unfortunately for homeowners, we believe that they will see a net tax increase under the governor's proposal, which we believe would have a very negative effect on the Kansas housing market. So not surprisingly, we are opposing the proposal to eliminate the itemized deductions, including the mortgage interest deduction. We have organized a comprehensive advocacy campaign with phone calls to legislators, emails, ads on social media, newspaper advertisements, websites, all opposing this proposal, and we believe we've made significant headway. So far, the proposal has passed neither the House nor the Senate. It is bottled up in both the House and Senate tax committees, and in fact, the House Republicans have actually come out with their own proposal now, which cuts income tax rates, but does not affect the itemized deductions and preserves and protects the mortgage interest deduction. So we are supportive of the House Republican proposal, and we believe going forward we have a very good chance of saving the mortgage interest deduction. Number two, we are still pushing for property tax reform. Over the last decade, property taxes in Kansas have increased roughly 94%. That is 3 times the rate of inflation over the same time period and 9.5 times the rate of population growth. So clearly we have a problem with an ever-increasing property tax burden in Kansas. So what we want to do, there are essentially 2 ways your property taxes can go up. Number one, the city can raise the mill levy rate, which basically is the rate of taxation, or number 2, your assessed valuation on your property can go up. The second way with assessed valuation increases, we think, is a sneaky property tax increase. Your property taxes have went up. The city hasn't had to raise the mill levy rate, but they're still collecting extra property tax revenue each year. So basically our bill would say if a city or a county or a local government wants more property tax revenue, they have to be honest and open with their constituents and actually raise the mill levy rate. They cannot raise property taxes each year by simply profiting from assessed valuation increases. Our bill will pass the House very soon. It will go over to the Senate, and we believe we have a very strong chance of success on this issue this year. Finally, we want to regulate appraisal management companies. We believe since the advent of appraisal management companies, there have been many abuses in the appraisal industry that have negatively affected realtors, lenders, and consumers. Basically the 2 biggest objections to appraisal management companies, number one, have been hiring out-of-market appraisers who have no geographic competency to appraise certain properties. So what this bill would do is prohibit appraisal management companies from hiring out-of-market appraisers who have no geographic competency for a certain property. Number 2, appraisers complain that they are not paid reasonable and customary fees for their work. This legislation would also prohibit appraisal management companies from not paying a reasonable and customary fee to the appraisers they hire. These are the largest issues we face this year. There is more information in your weekly report this week, a spreadsheet attached that shows all the issues we've been working on. My contact information is here. We look forward to hearing from you and working with you in future weeks to protect the realtor party during this legislative session. Thank you.